Today I'm working on an imported step file. This came from a parts vendor online, and this part was provided to me by one of the Solid Edge users in the local Huntsville group. And he was having problems working strictly in the ordered side of Solid Edge and making this part work right. So this is how I solved his issue using Synchronous. First, of course, you have to import the part. Now, the reason this takes so long to import is once you analyze this part, there is a lot of logo stuff cut into the side of this valve block, and there are a ton of little faces and straight lines in there. So even though this is an apparently simple block, it really isn't. There's a lot of geometry in there. Anyway, we have the part. In general, I always look at the part just for the heck of it to see if there's anything obvious. In this case there was. And if you look in here and you look through where there's supposed to be a surface where the cursor is, you'll notice the back side of some other geometry. So we have a missing face here. And how do we solve this problem? In Solid Edge there is a geometry inspector. So I click on the geometry inspector and I'm looking for faults. I want to see what is the problem here. Expanding the fault tree. So we have two faults here. Fit brings you in to where the fault is. This is pretty close in, so I'm going to zoom back out, and what I see is there is a logo there. Now that logo actually appears to be on the surface that should be there, and it's interfering with that surface being complete. If you zoom in, you'll notice that the logo itself is the surface instead of the end of the cylinder being the surface, and that was his problem. That's why he couldn't figure out what was going on. This was also tried, by the way, in ordered. In the ordered side of Solid Edge, you cannot do anything with this problem here. However, in Synchronous, this is how I solved the issue. Window pick the logo that's interfering with that surface. Hit delete. Okay, it didn't work the first time, but you hit it the second time, hit delete, and you have a good surface because now that logo is gone. I can't explain to you, it's just an idiosyncrasy of software in general. It seems like there's odd facts of life in all of them. But sometimes if you click it twice, if you're having a problem or an issue with Synchronous, then you can get the command to work. Now also, it didn't matter in this particular instance whether live rules were turned on or off, but double selecting that particular entity did matter. And you have a good part now.